with a unit, normally a spear, and just gathers up all the jaguars and lures them into your opponent's base. And there's no walls, like Dave said, so they can't wall them out. They could use houses.
We should find that video of Milmano completely dying to jaguars.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that. Yeah, so we did this with a friend of ours, and he
died.
he did not have a good time.
Here we go. Teuton's Jaguar Den. You can see all the jaguars in the middle. Did I change
the scores? I did change the scores, yes. All right, Teuton's Jaguar Den. Sorry, I was talking over you. MBL's in the red. Vinch is in the blue. The first thing that we need to look at is the middle. Roar. Here are the jaguars. And they are directly between both players, actually. So it's not like they can be spawned off to the left or the right and then possibly miss it. And MBL, our Vinch, is sending out his spear now. And MBL is scouting with his.
He has to know. Even if he doesn't know the map, you see the shoreline and the hills, and you're going, "Oh no, there's something in the middle here that I have to look out for."
Yeah, I thought he was going to the middle, but it's smarter to scout your base first. So as you can see, guys, it's a spear start. There's jaguars in the middle. This is basically tempting both of these players to lure in jags. It's going to be awesome. But
the thing you got to look out for is once you commit with your spear, that's the end of it, because the jaguars are going to catch up to your spearman.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to die. So you got to try and drag as many jags with you as you can, and MBL's getting close. Getting real close here.
Yeah, he probably wants to hold off a little bit. But if you were to go before your opponent got loom, that'd be ridiculous. But the thing is, you're not going to access them if they're underneath the TC.
Yeah.
You need to wait until
you really
they get on the
wait
wood.
Until they get like 6 on the wood or 5 on wood or something, or they're on the berries or something like that. So immediately what I notice here is that MBL's woodline is pretty far away from his TC, which might be a problem if Vinch...
his main gold's weird too.
Yeah.
I think both these players have pretty exposed maps. If you look at the main gold from Vinch... Oh, he's luring up the jags!
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes!
Woo woo woo!
Woo woo woo! Rah rah rah! I feel like the spear runs faster when he's running away from jaguars.
And he's gonna go into another big pile. He's gonna drag
Can he
another
make
one.
it?
So
Can he make
5.
it?
He's gonna go right through the middle.
Go! He needs to find his opponent. Oh, this could be interesting. Run, run!
And all of the thing is, all of the jaguars are blocking each other, so only one can hit at a time.
Well,
when it's
he's not going the right way. I don't know how long he can last here, but it would be funny if MBL. He's gonna go to the right.
Trailing there. And this is the jaguar train, and he is moving in here.
He's gonna make it to the wood line.
He's got the train coming, choo choo choo.
Choo choo choo. He's using the turkeys there.
Oh, he's gonna go right to the wood line. No.
No, he needs to find it. He doesn't have a lot of line of sight here. He doesn't want to run into the TC. He needs to run away.
Oh,
yes, yes.
And MBL's panning out. Oh my god.
That's so funny. I know, but still, there's. He can't go that way because of the jaguars. Oh, it's so great. I'm so glad you guys voted for this one. This is awesome. Oh, man. Playing for money at Jaguar's Den. It's unbelievable.
Look at this. All of those jaguars are just sitting there waiting for dinner.
Oh, my god.
MBL can't go to... He can't send any more to that wood line.
I know.
He'll die.
And look at MBL trying to lure them up now as well. MBL's trying to lure them up as well. Well, he knows where his opponent is. So, like, he saw the house, so he's going to try and lure these in.
Oh, there's 5.
But is he going to get as many?
No, he's just going to get 5. That's not great, but it's not bad depending on where he sends
This would be a pretty strong drush right against the mill.
MBL has to be really careful not to overchop there, because if he overchops everything.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That's it. That's a 86 right now. Yeah, MBL, his Jaguar rush is not near as deadly here.
Now he's going to make another lumber camp, and he's dragging these jaguars in to the wood line of Vinchester, and I don't think Vinchester saw them earlier, so he's not going to be able to house wall.
And there's Vinch's point of view. Oh gosh, no!
Oh, that
the
Bill is
Bills.
dead. That Bill is so
The
dead.
he's
What are they doing?
summoned the villagers.
Is he gonna survive this?
I don't know, man. It looks like he just might.
Those Jaguars are retarded.
The ones
They
that
had him surrounded. And now what's happening here? They're both stuck behind the carcasses?
can
he
you collect?
harvesting food?
He's collecting the food from the jaguars.
No, you can't harvest food from Jaguars.
What?
What?
What? Since when can you do that? Since when can you do that? I never knew that was possible.
No, you can. Look, and he's harvesting.
What? I've never seen
Look,
that.
They have 59 food.
I've never seen that before. Oh wow, that's weird. Look at MBL's woodline. I mean, he has to escape at some point, right? So.
Look how fast he's.
Oh, he just
harvesting
deleted
food
it.
from them,
He just
too.
deleted it. Oh man, he's gonna send all the Jaguars in towards his
Is this a
TC, but he's
glitch or
gonna.
something?
I don't know. He's gonna get food now. Like this is weird.
He's saying, wow,
MBL says woo 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 woo.
Oh, but he's not gonna get food because he's killing them with the TC.
Oh, he's killing it
not
with the
killing them
TC.
build.
Yeah. Wow, this is weird, man. This is weird, but this is really effective for
And
Vinch because he's.
Man, look how fast the food collects from those Jaguars, though. That's not natural. Look how fast he's getting food from them.
Oh wow, that is weird. Yeah, wonder if it's
It's
special
just
for
such
this
a
map.
crazy and
Yeah.
yeah, I think these are a special unit type, to be honest,
Yeah.
for this custom map.
I mean, MBL
That
has now
doesn't happen
claimed
in
one,
normal.
but no, it doesn't.
And now
don't-
Vinch or MBL is harvesting food from them near his mill too.
Yeah, I saw that. He's found one there, but that was so weird because they were like looked like they were collecting deer or something. There weren't any deer there. There's still a lot of Jaguars in the middle, guys. I mean, these guys could all be lured in. I would have really liked to have seen like a spear, but Vinch he's going with the stable now. And MBL says, "WTF? The Jags have food." Vinch has no idea, but I'm collecting it. He says.
That's OP. Now we're gonna see them all go to the middle.
Yes.
Vinchester says that you should use a pike to bring the Jags to your TC so you can collect food from it. Oh man, interesting stuff. But let's look at the populations. As crazy as this is, Vinch is in the feudal age going scouts now. I'd like to see him make another spear, but he's not doing that. He's well ahead. He was well ahead of MBL, but if you look at the total populations, MBL is actually ahead by a villager. He's going with his own stable. So maybe this, for the time being, will even out and be somewhat normal with scouts and spears. But remember, if the spears get caught in the middle, they could lure some more
I'd
Jaguars.
go mill the middle, to be honest.
That's true.
Mill that.
That's true. Just mill
That
it.
food, it collects so fast, man.
How did we
So
not know
fast.
that? Like, we played this before. I guess no one realized that?
Well, because
I
no
don't
one
know.
kills them with the villagers. They just kill
Yeah,
them
it's
with
true.
the TC. But
Oh,
that's
but
weird. I've
MBL's
never
going
seen
in. Oh, here we go. He's brought it. He's bringing the
he's
Jag back
making
to his
spears
TC.
to lure them back to his TC so he can harvest them.
Hey, can he shoot them? Can he just ungarrison them onto the? No, can't shoot them like deer. There you go. He has the food, but he has to be careful. This villager could go down. He has the spear there. Vinch can micro. We know that, and that villa's pretty weak. This is so weird, man. I can't get over it.
It's really weird. Like, you know me, I know most of the units that are used and aren't used. I've never seen a Jaguar where you can collect food from.
Yeah. So it's still no wall mod. Still Jaguar's Den. Apparently you can collect food from the Jaguars, and nobody knew that going into it. And this is pretty interesting. I think MBL might be going for bloodlines here, or he's on gold. I'm not sure.
This brings
But,
such a different aspect to this map. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, do you want to attack with the Jaguars?
It's like Gold
or...
Rush now because it's so much food economy in the middle,
Yeah.
but you have to sacrifice yourself to get it.
Speaking of
Where's that Vil going for? MBL? It's
sacrifice,
gonna
and
get picked
speaking of
off.
death, I think MBL's villager is trying to chop wood on the other side there, and he's gonna go down.
Retard.
Vinch is walling off a bit, but I was going to talk about his forward gold earlier, but I couldn't because the Jaguars, but look at that. That's a real mess for him.
Yeah, well, the spears are there to defend it if they can get around. But I think he's gonna lose a villager before they can even get
Yeah,
there.
he's fighting this,
No, we
and...
got away. What the
Oh,
hell?
perfect timing to
One
bring those
scout from
spears in.
MBL though.
Oh, but MBL's running it in! Oh, what good micro there. That
He
was well
sent the
done.
weak scout in there, knowing he was probably gonna lose it.
Look at the
Killed the
backside now.
villager and
Vinch
then
is
got
running
out.
in. Oh, MBL can't house wall this entire thing, so those scouts are getting in.
Oh no.
He has a spear there. He can make... Oh, he's like 4 spears. It's just a matter of if he loses some vills here. He could trap these units in, get some good shots. And there's one good shot. The TC is going to get another. But those scouts are running away. If this does get to the castle age, and I think it will... Oh, one villager. Yeah, what do you think's going to happen in the castle age? I assume knights at this point because they have scouts.
Probably knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MBL's getting close to clicking up here. Vinch made a couple extra scouts. Getting wheelbarrow now. He's trying to address the scouts from MBL, but he won't be too far behind. And he did wall off on the left-hand side, so MBL's just looking for weak villagers right now, and he's going in again after the one next to the TC. Vinch is paying attention.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get it with the other 2 scouts too. Look, he's running it again. Ah, no.
Oh, he's going after this one instead. I mean, this is really good though, just to delay your opponent. Meanwhile, Vinch has his army, well, coming back, I believe. I still hear jaguars somewhere, man. Oh, crossbows for Vinch then?
Be right back.
Interesting choice. Still MBL's running around. He's on the way to Castle Age. Amongst all this, he's going in again for those weak villagers. But he's unable to do that. Vinch is on the way up now, and I think crossbows will be a good choice if he can wall the map, but I don't know if he can. It's going to be difficult. I mean, it's got to be houses and outposts. That's pretty much what we've seen thus far. MBL is going 2 stables, which is what we expected, and he's probably going to have +2 defense pretty easily here. He might even add in another stable. I mean, goodness gracious, look at his resources right now.
Yeah.
He's at 197 stone, so he's going to need a little bit more stone to get up 2 town centers right off the bat. And good lore here to lure Vinch back, but Vinch is paying attention there. Oh, and loses the scout. Oh, but also this is open, and, you know, these villagers are going to be attacked. Vinch, again, unable to get in, and MBL's doing a fantastic job here. Oh gosh, MBL's going for it. Run, MBL! Run! He's gonna lure the wolves again. Now it'll be easier for Vinch this time because he has archers. But MBL, he's really... Both these guys playing Jaguar's Den like it should be played. How many archers do we have here for Vinch? Well, 6. But still, this is gonna cause problem, that's for sure. MBL will probably just delete this. And there you go, the Jaguars are here! Oh man, I mean, they're not doing too much damage here. That villager could go down. But this is just hilarious to see. That villager's very close to going down, and he's trapped by the 2 Jaguars. Oh, man, that was close. That was very close. 4 HP. Archer's helping out there. And craziness. Craziness, man. This has been awesome. So, MBL's going out with the Knights. He actually didn't invest in any upgrades, which is surprising. He doesn't have Bloodlines. He doesn't have Scale Barding. I don't know if he forgot it, because he's getting it as he's in the Castle Age, and those are Feudal Age upgrades. That's going to hurt him. I think if he had those upgrades, he could have engaged here. Try and kill some of these crossbows. But now that the Jaguars have stalled, the maps are kind of closed in, and I like what Vinch is doing, just holding to the gold and walled off that side. So this is really the only way MBL can go. He's lost 2 of his scouts there. Looks like we have a Jag coming in. Chasing MBL. He might choose to actually lure this in, but I don't think it's going to do anything with the Knights, and because of that, I think Vinch has a much better position here, and oh, great job from Vinch. His micro has been ridiculous this set of games, and he's stopped those Knights from running in. That's going to be 3 TCs for Vinchester. MBL is on 3 himself now, actually, and going up to a monastery. So, a lot of economy for these guys. Looks like the Knight fight is continuing here against the crossbows, but MBL needs to go back. So, Vinchester's pushing with the crossbows. The nice thing about the crossbows is they can get behind these wood lines and kill villagers. The Knights, they can't do that. They can't jump that high. So, I'll be interested to see how the crossbows go. MBL is, I think, doing this on purpose at this point. I mean, his Knight's gonna die to the Jaguar at this rate. Look at that, 6 HP. I swear he's doing that intentionally, but they are all over the middle of the map, so you just never know. Ice Cream says the Jaguars are kind of like magic cats. Maganel here from MBL. No, he hasn't created a Maganel yet. He's got to run with these villagers for sure. He has Knights, but remember, he lost a lot of his Knights, and he doesn't... Oh, there we go! The Jaguar killing the Knight. Well done. Well done. Gaia. But I mean, he lost a lot of knights, MBL, and he's unable to address this just yet, especially with the forward spears from Vinch. This is a good push from Vinchester. And the Mangonel's coming out, and also a knight there from Vinch to pick off any potential Mangonel. MBL again running through with weak knights and unable to do anything. I think Vinchester went with the better play here going crossbows. He definitely needs to secure the front of his base though. If the knights get in, that could really be annoying, but he's kind of walled everything into one area, and crossbows can cause a lot of problems. As you can see here, the crossbow's going on the woodline, MBL's running away again. This is kind of like earlier when Vinchester was chasing down MBL in the Bedouins game. He's doing this again, MBL's just booming up. Meanwhile, the knights are in from MBL, and he's killed 2 villagers and pushed Vinch off of gold, so...
Oh my god, the Jaguars on those crossbows.
I think I actually killed a crossbow as well. Oh man, someone asked if it's woo 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 with the
no,
with
it's
the Jags.
Like,
it's rah rah rah.
I can't even. You don't even
established.
want it. Yeah, rah rah.
Rah rah is already been
rah,
established previously, but
it's not
another villager down there for
oh my
MBL.
God,
He's
micro.
lost. Oh, close to losing another one there. Left hand side, MBL needs to address that area. He needs to get that Mangonel out.
No, he can't. He'll lose it right away if he gets
Exactly. He needs to come over there and clean that up. And he's trying to. There's 3 spears, 2 knights. I mean,
4 knights
the Mangonel could come out of there shortly. Vinch is still harassing with his crossbows. He's full map control. And the knights you're talking about from MBL going towards the goal. I don't know how Vinch hasn't locked this down yet. Certainly, if it was no wall mod, he would have just walled it off, but it's not.
And MBL's building a castle up at the front there, and if Vinch goes around, no, he's going around back. He could have denied that so easily if he had gone around the other side. It's unfortunate that he didn't. For him.
I'm curious to see if the Siege Workshop's going to stay up. It is. I don't know at what percentage the Mangonel would have fallen out there, but it was certainly close.
Yeah, he's going to shift his knights over to go support his crossbows. But when he goes back around there, he's going to run into that castle. It's not a good thing for him.
Well, he'll run into a lot of villagers on farms first.
Annoy the hell out of MBL there, though.
Yeah, and still, MBL is keeping Vinch off of gold, which is just ridiculous if you think about it. All this time, Vinch doesn't have any more gold. He's actually just TC'd one there. The chat was talking about the opportunity for these guys to go Teutonic Knights, and they're booming up quite a bit. We might see that. I just don't know. You just never see it nowadays, but certainly this has been interesting. What is Vinch doing with his crossbows, running into the castle? Not good, but I think he'll still hold that presence over there with the crossbows and knights he has.
I don't think Teutonic Knight is a good idea in a Teuton's War.
I agree
it is a
with
good
you.
idea in some instances, but not in a Teuton's War. There's just so many counters to it.
Exactly. Hand cannons, since the hand cannons are around, it's a problem. So, ranges from Vinch not really creating anything right now. I don't know if you noticed, Dave, but he's on 3, 4, 5 TCs, so he's really booming up. MBL, meanwhile, is on 3, at least 4. That's kind of standard. But Vinch is growing in the Vill lead now, and his crossbows and knights, they're going to need to defend, and that's all he really has right now. But late game, it's just booming up a little bit. Late game is imminent here. It's booming up as much as possible. And with late game, I think we're going to see halbs and hand cannons. And the hills in the middle are actually going to be really important because, you know, there's elevation and what's the opposite of elevation? Not decline. What is the opposite of elevation? Whatever that is in the middle. Oh, look at another ballsy castle from MBL. We've seen a lot of that thus far this series.
Oh, the villagers are coming forward, but there's knights there.
Oh, and there's knights, and then there's spears, and the spears have forging. Yeah, it's gonna be rough for those vills there. Vinch is getting handcart now. He's really setting himself up for a large economy and for a large military. Declination? I was thinking decline, but I don't know if declination is the word, Luchador. Declination. Vinch did collect a relic, I believe. Yeah, he collected 1 relic. So that's good. Go ahead, sorry.
I still think it's Delevation.
Elevation.
Elevation.
It's good to know that nobody else knows, so maybe it doesn't exist.
I think it's
I
just...
like this push from Vinch. He's getting pikemen now. He's the knights here, and he's collecting this relic. He's just running forward to get that.
I think
He's collecting
elevation
all the gold.
refers to both high and low places. Just use
Ah,
sign
that's
of
true.
value
Good
to
point. Good point.
it. So
It does.
We're
MBL
gonna
is
keep
well on the
talking
way
about
to
this.
Imp, though. Well, MBL, while we talk about it, MBL is on the way up to the Imp, and Vinch has yet to click. I think he's waiting for the buildings. Look at his resources. It's ridiculous.
he's picking off some more vills from MBL.
Yeah, he is about
And the
15
vill
ahead,
lead
and
just keeps growing.
this is insane because Vinch hasn't been ahead in bills like in all the first 5 games. So, but doing a good job again with sitting an army next to a TC, which he's done before. Vinch is finally clicked up, and he's building a lot of barracks, and will probably go.
And the
hand
MBL
cannons.
losing 3, 4, almost 4 knights to the TC
Yeah,
in the back,
and
killing
also
one
he could lose some bills here to the knights and crossbows from Vinch if Vinch pushes in.
Yeah, not a great series of fights there. And Vinch is into the lumber camp there, but MBL realized he's pulling back. Still, I feel like Vinch still has the advantage here, even though MBL got up first.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he's delaying a lot of MBL's economy here, and also his resources are just stupid. He's 2k food and gold. He has enough for a castle, almost 1,000 wood. MBL, well, I'm not sure what he's gonna do. And oh, he's going for onagers. He's gonna go for SOs. Wow, SOs would be good against halbs and hand cannons, but he needs to hold on with probably some of his own.
Especially
halbs
with
here.
that hill in the middle. If you get an army coming uphill, SO.
Yeah, exactly.
To wipe everything out.
Yeah, right now, players are just kind of protecting themselves. MBL is going with his 3rd castle now.
Yeah, if he
But
puts it
Onager's
on the
in.
left-hand side there, I think that's a really smart decision. If he
The left-hand
tries
side.
to like gain map control, because he's done it. He's got 3
In previous
castles at the
games,
front along that hill, so it's basically impossible for Vinch to come up there. And if he puts another one on the left-hand side there, he's secured a really that whole middle area basically.
Yeah. Well, he he probably will do that. He's on a lot of stone. He could build that castle now, actually.
Well, he's got the 4th castle on the right-hand side.
Yeah, and the
where,
left, he's
Vinch
building a
is trying
TC
to
and a
push.
castle. So good map control from MBL, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Onager's coming in for Vinch now as well, just behind MBL, but he just hit the Imperial Age. Of course, Teutons have murder holes, so you have to think about that. I mean, those knights probably gonna go down here. Well, there's no ballistics, but it probably will go down. So halbs and hand cannons pretty much confirmed for me at this point. And then siege. And siege onager is gonna be ridiculous. Teutonic Knight coming out from Vinch.
Hey, we saw him.
I don't think you guys should get too excited because he's only sending a couple out, but I think it's because he sees the outpost of MBL and he's sending those units right to where MBL's putting the castle.
He's
And
got
Vinch is
3.
trying to collect the relics. He's not going to be able to get that one. He has 2 right now. Look at the villager count for MBL now. He's at 152. And Elite
mega
Teutonic
black
Knight
horse
is coming in for Vinch. So he is going to go with that move.
We're gonna see him.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Hype. Vinch knows what's
That
going
was
on
the
now.
worst hype I've ever heard in my life.
Well, thanks,
Right.
thanks. I appreciate it. Don't worry, I'll throw another hype in at some point. Crenellation's coming in for
Oh,
MBL.
we see Teutonic Knights coming in from MBL too. So are we gonna see a dual Teutonic Knight?
Maybe. If so, hype. Is that better that time?
Siege Onager coming in for MBL though.
Yeah, and he's
That's crazy,
pretty
man. That's
he's pretty
so
safe
much
right
risk.
now. Well, he has 158
Oh my
bills.
god, he's got 8 already.
Where at? I'm
Onagers.
sorry. Where are
At
the
the front of his
SOs?
base on the left-hand side.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got.
I feel like
another
if
one on
the SOs
right-hand
come in,
side.
they can deal with the Elite Teutonic Knights because they, with
they
the
can.
attack rounds,
especially
and the
with the
Teutonic
attack
Knights are so
rounds. These
slow.
players.
Yeah,
These players
so
are capable of doing that.
MBL has 5 castles all around the ring of jaguars here, or whatever jaguars are left.
But I think I think Vinchester's gonna go for siege onagers too. He already has onagers, and he just got siege engineers, so I think he'll get them
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah,
But
he's
he did
gonna
have to
he's gonna
spend
have
res
to.
on the. He had to spend res on that elite Teutonic Knight, which is really expensive.
Everything they've invested into right now is pretty pricey. The Siege Onager, the
Yeah.
Elite Teutonic Knights, and all the upgrades. I was thinking that a good addition against the Onagers would eventually be like maybe some light cav, but you can't do that as Teutons. And
No.
Cavalier is expensive, and they've already spent a lot of resources in all this. So on the right-hand
You
side,
almost
we have a
might just
push
wanna
though.
Go for... yeah. Might want to go for like monks against the siege, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no, it's Teutons, so it would take a heck of a long time to convert.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that. It
Yeah.
doesn't cancel each other out. For some
I guess
reason, in the
guess
back of my
not.
head,
Yeah.
I always just figured it would
It would
cancel,
cancel each other
since
out.
it's a team
I mean,
bonus,
it'd be equally as hard, but it still wouldn't be a good option. I assume MBL and Vinch, once they get all their researches in, they're gonna delete their villagers because we're only looking at like space for 40 army right now, and they don't seem too concerned, man, with doing all that much with aggression. Just a couple treb wars. Look at the amount of SOs on the left from MBL. I don't want to miss that action, so I'm gonna control group those guys. Now on the right side, Vinch has taken out that castle from MBL, and MBL's about to send out an SO. Now the Elite Teutonic Knights are there. There's another castle in the back from MBL. MBL sending in the
Vinch.
SOs after the trebs. He's cutting
This
the
is gonna
precious
be
wood.
trouble for Vinch here because that's just so many SO.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he sends more over. He has SO researched. Well, it's on its way. It's shortly going to be in, but the Treb's coming out from MBL. He's looking to push on the left, and on the right, I really don't think... Oh, can he get the... He's going to go for the Trebs! Oh, it's so close. So close. But he needed another
Yeah, one
shot there.
shot,
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be a fast push, this game. Teutonic
MBL
Knights, SOs...
MBL's done a much better job here gaining map control.
Oh, the shot from Vinch! He's killed
Oh
3
my
with
God,
1!
that's-
He could go with another one! I think he's just
my
gonna...
God, that was a
very
massive
close.
shot.
Oh, that turns things around, man. He has another SO, and he's gonna go for another shot here against MBL. He's gotten one more. I don't know if MBL's focusing on the other side or what.
Vinch,
That Treb's gonna go down.
gonna
More
take the
micro
Treb
from
down.
Vinch. He has the hill. He could kill all of them. Oh, man. Oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it would be. He went for the Trebs. But still pretty exciting. On the other side, Vinch losing his Trebs and his Teutonic Knights will probably be taken down. They'll push in all the attack rounds on the
attack round from MBL.
Teutonic Knights there. But as we saw, I mean, one shot from Vinch can kill 3 or 4 of these SOs from MBL because they're all bunched up, and MBL's running in there to actually pick this off. Look at the Jaguar attacking the Vil, repairing the Treb. Do you see that?
Oh, big shot here from Vinch.
Oh my gosh, it's just missing, and you know what? It could get another shot
it
off
just
and kill
killed the
2
Vil.
more.
The
Oh,
Jaguar just killed the Vil. Woo woo.
woo woo woo! Rah rah rah! People who don't know what the woo woo woos are probably so confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm not
it's fine.
stopping, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's been an interesting fight. On the right hand side, MBL sending out his own Elite Teutonic Knights. They're
And
so slow, but
Vinch
they
is
might
going
get to the
Cavalier.
bases. SOs.
Now,
And
and
that's
MBL is making knights, or MBL is making scouts.
Scouts.
Maybe he thinks Vinch is gonna transfer into monks,
Look,
or he
yeah,
just
we'll look
wants
in the
something to
middle.
raid.
Well, he has
To
a
be
ton
honest,
of food. Look at the
Fully
food,
upgraded
4,500.
Teutonic scouts aren't that bad. Like, if you look at their stats, they're
Yeah.
not that bad at all.
They have all the upgrades. They just can't get light cav. or
And they get
LSR,
that
so.
+6 that only scouts get, right?
Yeah,
Like that goes away when the extra +2 rather goes
exactly. Yeah,
away
you're
when
right.
they upgrade their light cav.
And MBL has knights in the back right now. We talked about the upgrades, fully upgraded knights. Rating a little
Look
bit.
at
At this
how
point,
many
both players at
scouts he has.
150, but
Look at how many scouts he has.
well, he has so much food. I think he's just trying to get rid of it. But do you think he's gonna be able to do anything here? I think if
He'll
anything,
be
he's
able
gonna
to
engage
raid if
against
he gets in.
SOs.
If
I
he
would
gets
engage
in,
with
he'll be able
SOs
to
because
raid.
that attack is obnoxious. You can pick off
Yeah,
the
but
siege
dude,
augers.
he's taking up so much of his pop space with those
Yeah,
scouts.
you're
like,
right.
he won't have
He has-
anything else to make.
He has like 41
So-
military and like 30 scouts.
He's got to be
53
banking
minutes.
on just sending these and letting them die and just taking out as many vehicles as he can. Or taking out as many SOs as he can. So now Vinch sees the scouts coming in, and I guarantee he's like, what?
We'll see how much
going
these scouts
on?
really do. He's going after
Well, he's
that
gonna take
SO.
out
Running right
SO,
by,
no,
actually.
He's just gonna go right in.
I honestly
He's
don't
gonna
think
do some
villagers
damage, man.
I don't think villagers are actually important. I mean, he could prove me wrong here. He's killing a lot, but I mean, both players at 151, so if anything, losing some vills is a blessing at this point. But a lot of vills going down. You're right, man. Vinch has lost like 10 villagers here to scouts.
Scout rush. But Paladin
look
coming in for Vinchester. Oh, man.
Where's he have his stables at? On the left-hand side. And look at his res. Vinch has a ridiculous amount of resources right now. Both players do, really. This has turned into quite a game, to be honest, after the funny start. And scouts running in again from MBL, right by this castle. They're gonna run to the woodline again. And Vinch is at 131 vills. He could lose the SOs to the scouts. He might lose one here. We'll have to see how the Teutonic Knights attack. Doesn't look like any are going down. On the left side, hand cannons from MBL, which is an interesting addition considering there's siege onagers, but are good against Teutonic Knights. I think Cavalier from Vinch is going to be a huge research though. Push coming in from Vinch. He has the treb. Hacking this castle, and MBL is sending out scouts to kill the treb. And now Vinch has to decide, do I fire with my SO and kill my own treb? What do I do? It went down anyway. Oh, and the siege onager is going to go down. MBL is just killing it. But this is the side, I think. We have the paladins there, the elite Teutonic Knights. That treb is probably going to go down to one Teutonic Knight. In fact, both could go down. It won't take too long, but the paladins are just so strong. And Teutonic Knights on the right-hand side as well from Vinch. Again, the SOs can clear all them out, but have to see how it plays out. Looks like that treb is, oh gosh, so close to going down. And again, MBL coming out Teutonic Knights. He's going to go for these SOs. I mean, he really should send one Teutonic Knight here after this treb to make sure he takes them down, but he did get that one, and he's still keeping his castle alive just. But army from MBL in the middle with trebs, hand cannons. Might just try and push right up the gut here. He still has the scouts coming in. This has been really well played from MBL. I mean, there's fights on left and right hand side, and Vinch is forced to come address this. We could see some big SO shots, and on the right, Vinch as well. Alves, Teutonic Knights. MBL's gonna need some big SO shots there. I feel like the Siege Onager micro is gonna be important here. The Paladin coming in after the Trebs. And the hand cannons can mush themselves up in between these buildings, but they'll go down to SOs, and the SOs are being focused down by scouts. MBL is just doing a great job with these scouts. He's gonna clear all these SOs out.
Oh my god, those scouts. Just wrecking the SOs.
And then Vinch is pushing in. He's going to take both these castles down eventually here. That one is so close to going down. He should really focus fire it with both trebs on the right. But man, I mean, the scout's really paying off, picking off so many siege onagers.
The thing I notice here, Tristan, is that the left side, once Vinch gets in past all those barracks, is completely open for MBL's base. Run right to his economy. But even if he takes the castle out on the right side, though, he can run right in. So. And
MBL again with the scouts, man. He's gonna clear out two more siege onagers. It's such a wise move. Like we questioned it, but he's gonna take two more out, and it's pretty much free for him. He has so much food still. I'm sure.
The problem with the scouts is that MBL was in a good position when he started making them.
Yeah.
And now Vinchester is pushing, and MBL can't push. He might be able to take some siege onagers out, but he can't push with those scouts. And now Vinchester's making scouts. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably a wise move. Right now, Vinch has 2 relics, and I've been focusing on that because I think at this point, as we focus on the fight on the right-hand side, if you look at the relic gold... Oh, MBL must have 3 relics in another monastery. Actually, MBL's catching up in the relic gold. I'll take a look and just double-check in a second.
And now that castle went down.
Them. Yeah, castle's down, paladin's in.
So that whole side of his economy is open. if Vinch wants to go in there.
Oh, and the relics actually are on the left-hand side. MBL has 3 of them, but he could lose that monastery.
Oh no, MBL, he left 4 trebs completely exposed in front of
Oh, in
Vinch's
the
base.
middle. Oh, gosh. I saw them
God.
earlier. The Scout and Halb and Teutonic Knight army gonna take that out.
That's so much wasted res at this point. Wasted gold. Oh, these siege
Oh, that's a shot! Oh, that's a huge shot! Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. And actually, Vinch has kept his 2 trebuchets alive on the right-hand side with that shot. Man, what a crazy play.
I think. Yeah. That was nuts there. Oh my goodness. That's such a turning point. After he loses those trebs too, it has to be so demoralizing to like just notice your trebs are dying and then look over your hand cannons and they're all
But
going.
MBL's going to go to his go-to unit this game. He's going to send in more scouts here. And he could focus down both the SOs and the treb if he wanted to here. But the real issue for him is that he's losing map control on the left, the right, and now the middle as well. But he does have 3 relics, which is going to be important in the late game.
Yeah.
But
And now
still,
we're evolving into skirmisher battles against halberdiers and scouts.
The real issue, I think, was that like Teutonic Knights are such a slow push, and with the amount of castles these players had up, it was just bound to happen where they would lose like all their gold units.
Yeah. And they didn't take very good care, either of them, of their siege onagers or their siege units.
Yeah, I know. So many siege onagers
It seems
went
like
down.
there was a lot of losses there.
Yeah, made it exciting, that's for sure.
MBL coming out with more scouts now. Is he gonna try and... Yeah, he's gonna go to the left side. Take off some siege if he sees it, or some villagers. Gonna get a treb, I think.
Yeah, there's a treb there if he looks. There you go, he's going after it. I mean, the scouts really have been surprisingly good here.
But on the right-hand
right-hand
side,
Yeah.
the thing about trash is they cannot fight Teutonic Knights. Skirmishers
Yep.
are... they're like... okay-ish against
Scouts can't
Teutonic
either.
Knights,
Yeah,
but
nothing can in this matchup.
you need gold units to fight them.
Exactly.
You really do.
MBL is chasing down another treb with scouts on the left. It just looks ridiculous, really.
So many freaking scouts in the middle too. He's just pumping
Yeah,
scouts.
there's a lot of scout rating from both players. On the left-hand side, MBL is rating with scouts. Vinch had scouts on the wood line with MBL. The
So many
middle, I
bills
think, is
going down
really
from
important.
MBL, though.
But
Yeah. It is,
Yeah,
but it
the
isn't
Teutonic.
at the same time, because if you're pushing, Vinch is pushing on both sides and MBL's pushing through the middle.
yeah, I know. It's
But,
the issue has been this entire game is that they've only had like 50 or 60 military, and they've been fighting on 3 sides. So it's like 20 a
Yeah.
side, you lose the side, and then you win a side. It's just been happening over and over again. I really don't think that raiding is going to win this game, though, and this could be drawn out. We've seen a lot of long games. This is like an hour-long game now, and I think Halb, Skirm, Teutonic Knights are ridiculous, so, you know, continue to add them in, but I think Siege is going to be important. But we've seen how these scouts can just pick off the Siege, so players might be hesitant to do that.
you know, can you see what the market prices are at right now?
I don't... can I do that with the dashboard? It doesn't say what the price is at this point.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
But I can see what they've sold. I like what Vinch is doing. He's focusing on the left-hand side because that seems to be the most exposed, and also there's gold there from MBL.
Yeah. He
But-
just needs to, I think he needs to run it into those farms in there. He really needs to get in there, because MBL is focusing on trash, and it takes a lot of food, especially with
I
the
don't think it's
scouts.
going to be effective. There's Halbs waiting for either player on the inside of their bases. I think what you need to do is take out production buildings and push in, and Vinch probably being silly running in here with his Teutonic Knights underneath the castle, but still doing a lot of damage. I think Capped Ram, as surprising as that sounds, is probably the best choice because it's a good meat shield, and it's not as expensive as a Siege Onager. It can take out those buildings.
Yeah, but it still gets taken down pretty quickly by those scouts. And now he's into the farms over there. And the Halbs are just too slow to come get him. We'll see how many villagers he kills. Will he kill like 6 or 7?
At the on the right side there, a lot of villas going down, dead, and MBL is going to be able to clean this up. I think it's just these guys have so much food; they should be able to replenish their forces. But to be honest, Look at MBL's food count. He's
That's
not
the
creating
thing,
any more
right?
villagers.
I mean, the scouts are so expensive.
Yeah.
And the minute you stop producing them en masse,
Oh
is
my
the minute
gosh.
Vinchester's push starts coming in.
He has like 8 scouts in each stable. I don't think he realizes how bad this is because the amount of Teutonic Knights and capped rams down from Vinch.
Oh my god,
He's
the
fighting on the
skirmisher
right with
army
skirms.
from MBL.
Oh man, that's never good. That's never good.
And those scouts alone could clear up that whole army. I think.
I know. Insane.
And they will.
I mean, this middle
And
area
so many
is really
Teutonic
important
Knights
for
in the
MBL.
middle.
I know.
You cannot fight that with trashed. If he gets rid of that castle at some point, it's gonna be trouble.
MBL is
time.
housed right now, so he's unable to really make anything. I think
And
a siege onager or two underneath the castle would be wise to maybe turn things around with a big shot on those Teutonic Knights.
maybe, but he can't afford it, can he?
Certainly not if
And
he's making as much as he is out of
Capped
these
Rams
buildings.
doing what you were saying, taking out all the production buildings
Yep.
from MBL.
T90 Stradamus.
No.
You said it, not me. MBL is still at 113 vills. He's just losing fights. There's just so many Teutonic Knights out here from Vinch. Vinch is down in
He's
military
sending more
numbers.
scouts
but-
in to raid. Actually, they might kill a lot of villagers, those scouts. If Vinch
Yeah.
doesn't notice.
That's true. About 10 in there, and that's enough to clean up about all those 10 villagers there. But the push on the front, this is ridiculous. Now, MBL's going with hand cannons. The scouts will be a good meat shield in front, but he only has 5 hand cannons there. So, I don't know. He has his own Teutonic Knights, and Vinch, who is fighting uphill. We talked about that hill being an issue. He's going back. Those vills are dying on the left-hand side. MBL still has 3 relics for those that are wondering. He's still picking off a ton of villagers. It looks like the
If
army on the right
anyone
is
cares
being
to see
replenished.
how good a Teutonic Knight is against scouts, go watch the left-hand side. Because that one TK is going to take out that entire army. Watch this.
What left-hand
In
same
Vinch's base.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It has been fighting there for about a minute, and it is just tanking everything. Look at this. It's half health now.
Oh my gosh. It might go down here, but it's still killing everything. It's insane. Oh, it went
What a
down.
hero.
He fought
What a
well.
hero.
Well, look in the middle. We have SOs from Vinch. And he's pushing in. The capped rams, I'm not sure where they're at, actually. Do you know where they're at? Have they been picked off by scouts or something?
They're dead. I can see the bodies.
Oh, wow. That's actually
That was the
a big
danger
deal.
with the capped rams, man. It's the scouts.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta have. I feel like you gotta have
Albs.
trebs or something
Halbs
and
and-
helms.
yeah. It's
surrounding
so
them.
bad. It's so bad to call because there's just so many counters we've seen. MBL's on the right pushing in. He's actually taking Vinch below 100 villagers shortly.
Yeah.
The skirms are a good addition. So if any halbs show up, MBL is just spamming into the right-hand
Yeah,
side
Vinch,
of Vinch.
Vinch has to reclaim that left-hand side again and get his villager count up above 100 if he's gonna keep the trash spam going.
And again, it's
But
like there's
his
fights on the
resources-
left and the right and the middle. These players just can't hold to a side. It's impossible. What's going to be the critical push here? I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Still hard to get into MBL's base because of those castles.
Well,
So-
look on the left-hand side. We have like 7 full HP Teutonic Knights. Do a lot of damage. And also, does Vinch know where that monastery is? He does. He could take that out if he saw that. Paid attention. That's a big deal at this point. MBL trying to pick off this siege onager. He might just do it. Oh, the SO just melting those 4 hand cannons. We're seeing suddenly more siege onagers here and a lot of bill raiding.
They're kind of letting the relic gold build up and then building up armies of siege to try for big pushes, but it's tough, man. Really tough.
I think you're right on saying that though. They're letting the gold build up because what they've been doing is making a few gold units and they lose them right away, and then that's just a huge waste. So they need to really mass things. But one good thing for Vinch is he reclaimed the middle, or at least a lot of the middle. Built some buildings in there. It's like a nice little battle arena. But I mean, MBL is making his own Teutonic Knights now. He has the extra Relic. He has an SO. On the right-hand side, he did a lot of damage. But Vinch has reclaimed his villager number. And I personally would like to be where Vinch is right now. At 120 vills as opposed to 100. Because these guys need to probably sell.
And remember, Vinch was at 90 vills about like 5 minutes ago.
Exactly.
So he's really gotten his population back up there. Made a TC on the left-hand side to reclaim that part of the map. And he's fought MBL off quite nicely, and he used his gold to buy a trebuchet, and now he's just sitting near that treb. He's not letting MBL get anywhere near that treb.
he's trying to flank it. That scout's actually going to pick off that bill, but you're right. He's got hanging in there.
Stand ground box formation patrol going on around that treb, because he knows against melee units. He's not going to be able to get near it, so...
The treb hasn't been touched yet. Many scouts have tried, all have failed. Raiding on the middle from MBL, but he's 30 vills behind now. I think he needs to reboom his own economy a bit behind this. And this is a really interesting engagement on the right-hand side, and it's only like 20 units total. It's really funny.
Yeah, and MBL's going to win that. Gonna win that fight, which is really unfortunate for Vinch, because then he's gonna lose that treb, or maybe not if MBL just goes right in with those.
Three Teutonic Knights are gonna just just shred that treb. And I want to point something out. There's a little bit of gold on the left-hand side. There's one pile left. It's about 700 gold, and Vinch has reclaimed that.
That's how he's had the advantage and still able to put out the occasional treb and siege.
I have a feeling he sold a lot earlier too. I can just double check and...
Yeah, he's been selling wood like crazy.
Yeah, he must have got guilds and sold it earlier. He sold 5,000 food, 4,000 wood. MBL hasn't sold near that much. But I feel like MBL is doing a bit what we saw like 10-15 minutes ago, and you know, he's raiding on the left and the right and just causing problems with these scouts. At this point, it's a normal thing for us to see scouts past an hour in a Teuton's War, but it certainly isn't, and it's like really working out for him.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go eat some food, because I'm gonna come back here in an hour and still gonna be here.
I'm just waiting to see like what's gonna happen. How are you gonna turn this game around if you're MBL, if you're Vinch? MBL's wasting a lot of food, sorry, on the scouts. The skirms are not a good idea in this matchup, especially when scouts are out from Vinch as well. But he's trying to micro against Teutonic Knight. It's like 1 damage per skirm, but maybe that's worth it in the end if he micros it well enough. Still waiting. See what's going on. At this point, we have 1,800 units killed in total between these players. The treb again from Vinch is not attacking this here. I'm not sure. Vinch said 11 those trebs. I have a feeling MBL sent trebs forward here. I can't figure out where they're at. That's potentially here. Yes. And that's what they were talking about, but MBL's picked it off. Like, these guys are fully aware of everything that's going on. I can't even see it as a spectator. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna check the gold right now. I mean, very similar resources, to be honest, just that MBL has a lot more pop. I still think you need capped rams, you need some siege, but we saw the capped rams get focused down earlier, so maybe Teutonic Knights is just a really wise choice, and because nothing can really deal with them. And they're pushing in here now. I mean, the vill count's so close. Military count's well in favor of MBL. The spam is real right now. He has scouts all throughout the economy of Vinch. And here he's still pushing in, even with a couple skirmishers and scouts. So, like Dave said, these Teutonic Knights are crazy, and I think we're going to see them clear up this army here. But MBL is just raiding Vinch to death, and you know, Vinch he's ahead by 6k score. I think that he's slowly losing the map control here. And it could have something to do with the relics, which he hasn't stolen from MBL. And they're still sitting down there. They were exposed. I mean, Paladin was researched for Vinch. He could have easily ran down there. He even sent vills, I believe. But Vinch has gone below 100 vills now. MBL just being persistent on either side. You know, in the middle, I think he's been cleaned up. This has really been crazy. I mean, Teutonic Knight, just running underneath the TC, no big deal. Picking off a villager. You just don't see this. You don't see no walls. You don't see Teutons on Jaguar Den. You just don't see it, guys. That's why I'm really glad we did this. Waiting for the siege, though. I still don't think that a player can die just by raiding at this point. Vinch is still at 100 vills. It's one of those late game matchups that's really difficult if you run out of resources. I mean, almost at an hour and 30 minutes, they should just spawn more gold in the middle or something to fight over, because this is getting rough.
Dude, Vinch has no food, and he's got nothing queued up.
Well, he has about 4 villagers in each TC queued up. He's making some Teutonic Knights. He's lost a lot of map control, that's for sure. I think that he can hold with Teutonic Knights. It's just a huge mess. And if MBL focuses down the vills, maybe that's what he's going for here. But look in the middle. More scouts from MBL. This is ridiculous. Running in. Having his way with Vinchester's economy. But I feel like MBL, with the pressure he's putting on now, like in the middle, should add some siege in or something. Just take a risk. I mean, Vinch is at 117 vills. He was below 100 a moment ago. This is obviously not doing too much. If anything, it's just, you know, feeding some kills to Vinch and allowing him to mass his units. I don't know. It's hard to call. I want to know if MBL knows where the relics are for Vinch. They're... Yep, he does see them. So maybe that's where he's going. There's pressure. And Tolstoy makes a good point. If you run out of wood, you will eventually run out of everything. I think Vinch is actually running out of wood. And MBL probably has this knowledge because of all the scouting he's done with the attacks. There's still a lot of wood in this corner, but on the right-hand side, there isn't any wood accessible. I mean, this is persistent from MBL. And he's constantly pop-capped here. He's trying to apply pressure. He's actually below what Vinch has at builds, but... I want to take a look at the idle time right now. Vinch has 12-hour idle time, which is ridiculous. More than double what MBL has. And you see the kills there, like 1,300 for Vinch, 900 for MBL. And this is the first piece of siege we've seen in like 20 minutes. This treb holds the hopes for Vinchester. He's probably going to go for the castle this time around. I hope he is. Question is, can he hold? There's an SO there from MBL. Still no pushing in the middle. I'm not sure what that was, but MBL just had a random treb there. Killed something.
It was the siege workshop.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think that was a castle, but... If I were to put these guys on view lock right now... Oh my gosh, did you see that? The treb just picked off the SO, so the treb can stay alive. That was insane. But the scouts coming over from MBL... I mean, he's been doing this time and time again. And down goes the treb, away go the scouts. That was still pretty clutch. Keep that treb alive for another hit. I don't know how to call this one. Like, score means nothing at this point. I think MBL has the advantage because he has the relics. I want to take a look at his gold. I mean, he's really, really looking bad with the resources, but that's because if you look through his stables, he has scouts everywhere. Vinch, probably the same. Actually, Vinch is not the same. He doesn't have anything queued up right now. I actually think Paladin would be a decent risk if you were to research Paladin if you're MBL, or just use the Paladin you have if you're Vinch, because not too many halbs out right now on the left and the right hand side. It's all on the base defending from scouts. But it would be a huge risk for sure because they're expensive. And so it looks like Teutonic Knight's just holding the right side for Vinch, left hand side. Teutonic Knights and halbs. Dave, I don't know if you're here, but do you see what MBL is spending his gold on? He's going for trebs, and he's sending them to the middle. Because he had the extra relic, I was curious
Smart,
as to
man. You can't
what
push
he was...
with any other type of siege. That's
Yeah.
the only gold unit you can make at this point. That's actually, with the amount of golds they have, that's actually going to do anything.
I think if he gets this castle for Vinch, which is what he might go for, it's going to be a really wise move, because the one thing kind of stalling the fights on the left and the right-hand side from both players are the Teutonic Knights, and the scout's going in again from MBL after the treb. He's going to get that, and his castle's going to stay up. So I think the castles are, like, really important pieces right now. Not sure what MBL's doing just yet. I think he should wait for more trebs or send in some Teutonic Knights, and I think that's what he's going to do.
MBL and Vinchester's mistakes this game has been not protecting their siege, and
Yeah.
it looks like MBL is going to do that again. It's so stupid, man. You sell all your resources to get 600 gold, and then you just send them in there, and they're going to die to like 2 halberdiers. It's
It is frustrating, to be honest, to watch, and I thought you were exaggerating a bit by saying they're going to die to 2 halbs, but we have 2 skirms, 2 halbs attacking the second treb, and there's actually a treb there from Vinch firing downhill. I think the treb will stay up, but you're right. Huge waste, but look on the left. Vinch pushing in with Teutonic Knights, halbs, and he's so close to this monastery. I don't know why he doesn't go for that. I mean, he could take that out pretty quickly with the Teutonic Knights. Not worry about the army of MBL. Obviously, MBL's going to reinforce there. And 1 treb down for MBL. He could lose the other one on the right-hand side. I think this is another huge waste of gold. Capped Rams is a much better decision. In my book, anyway.
No, I think the trebs are great. You just got to protect them, and they just haven't. It's like they don't even care that the trebs cost gold.
Yeah.
Because capped rams will get focused down even faster.
Well, the thing with capped rams serve more than one purpose. They're a good meat shield in fights. So if you send the capped rams in with like halbs and Teutonic Knights, then
you look at this fight, man. There's no skirmishers anywhere. It's like 4 or 5 skirms. So.
I still think they provide a decent meat shield to infantry, but like you said, I mean, the gold units would probably go down pretty quick regardless. I'm just waiting to see the push. Every once in a while, you'll hear MBL stables go blah 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 or whatever the noise is. That wasn't even close when they produce a scout, and like it's ridiculous, non-stop. Yeah, you do it better than I can. So. I don't understand the decision from Vinch not to just take the monastery out. Even if he doesn't get the relics, which is probably likely, he'll stop MBL from getting that little bit of gold.
Is there like a time limit for this game?
No, there's no time limit.
Can you institute like a 2-hour time limit?
No, this is
split the cash.
This is for like, we could split the cash, but I mean do you know how much time we've dedicated to casting this game? And
already, I know I'm missing
it would be it would be disappointing if we had to just stop it as a tie. It has to end, surely. If I receive a message from them, then I'll think about it, but
yeah, it's just their opportunities to push are so focused around their siege, right? And the only thing I can see ending this game right here is Vinchester running out of wood on that left-hand side.
And we talked about that a while ago when you were gone,
yeah,
but I think it's possible.
Then again, he's pushed forward enough on the right-hand side. He's got wood to access there. Sorry.
Let's look at MBL's wood supply, considering that like a unit dying is kind of the norm right now. MBL has wood on the left and the right, not in the middle, so it's got to hold the sides.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so the treb from Vinch running forward again. And Tolstoy wants to know what you ate for dinner because, you know, he's waited long enough to get that answer and the game's still continuing.
I'm eating dinner right now.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Pizza. Yeah.
Pizza.
I had to make it. I had to leave and make it. I had to preheat the oven. I had to put the pizza in. I had to bring the timer up here, and then I ran down
I heard
and
the
got
timer.
Again.
I was wondering what that was. I heard the timer. Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like,
now, this is important on the right, though. I mean, this treb's here. It hasn't been focused down. MBL will probably send scouts in, but this castle can't be repaired. MBL only has 85 stone, so if this castle goes down, that means no
Yeah, and he
Teutonic
can't
Knights
buy
on this
stone
side.
either. Yeah, this
Exactly.
is great, actually. This is really, really good, but that treb's gonna go down.
Yeah,
before
but
the
still,
castle
it's
goes
very
down.
close. It's very close. I mean, he's inched his way closer to taking out that castle. Again, the left-hand side. Vinch pushing in with Teutonic Knights of his
Dude, just
own.
look at the kill death. This is absolutely redonkulous.
Yeah, I know, it is ridiculous. Still the monastery. I feel like the monastery is a game-changing decision. Like, these Teutonic Knights from Vinch on the left could run in and just kill it and just delay, and then he can continue to send scouts in to stop monks from picking it up. Again, I don't know why he hasn't gone for that. He can see that.
Hey, look, a capped ram on the left-hand side. Oh my god.
There's two, actually.
There's your savior units.
There's
right there.
There's my savior unit. Yep, exactly.
It actually might work though, because he has the Teutonic Knights up in front. So
Yeah, the
Where's he
problem
gonna
are the
send that?
castles, because like it's about how many Teutonic Knights you have in your flight. Like making halbs and scouts and skirms, it just does nothing really. A push again on the right hand side from Vinch. Yep, there's the
another
treb.
treb. Yep.
Here we
But
go.
he's got to be careful, man. Gotta be careful not to lose it right away.
Yeah, he needs 2 shots. And MBL could repair
I don't
it a little
know.
bit. Oh, I don't think he should
Yeah,
fight
he'll
this.
get.
I don't think
he'll
he should
get
fight
2
this.
shots. I think
You
he'll
think he
get
can get 2 shots? MBL's gonna go to repair it.
He's gonna repair it. Oh my
With 85 stone. He knows it's important. MBL has not gone for the treb though, so he's gonna run out of stone here.
No, he's selling food. He's gonna what? Buy more stone. There
I mean,
comes
he could go for the
Oh,
treb,
one
and there
more
you go. He's
shot,
sending
go.
his scouts in.
Go, Treb.
Oh, one more shot! Fire! Oh no, he doesn't have the stone. That's huge. Oh my gosh! And both players know that's a big deal now.
I've never.
And on the
wished
left
that a
side,
castle
Vinch
would
is
go
pushing
down
in too.
More than that.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're right.
That signals quite possibly the end of this match.
I know, I know.
He still has 2 more castles, though. I mean, it's not like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're now on level terms, to be honest. But I feel like Vinch has been making a better push on the left. The relics are still there. I don't. Oh, so frustrating
Vinch
how he
has to
hasn't made an
really-
attempt for that.
Vinch has to build up with production buildings into that empty space there. Oh, MBL! Look at MBL's resources. What happened to
Yeah.
his wood?
Oh, I've been on MBL's resources for a long time. He can't access wood now. On the left-hand side, there's been units there. On the right-hand side, well, he has a couple.
Oh, and Vinchester's wood is
lumberjacks there.
ridiculous. Yeah, this is almost like Vinch
Yeah.
just needs to go and kill the units from MBL. And,
Well, yeah. Look at the amount of wood Vinch has stockpiled as well, so he can continue using that or sell some of that. Just mass Teutonic Knights and MBL cannot deal with it right now, especially on that right-hand side. Continuing to pay attention. I think Vinch is taking his time here. If you look in the middle now, he's cleaning up the buildings. He's taking his time. He knows he has an advantage after taking out that castle, which is
and
pretty
MBL's
clutch.
at 34 wood, 88 now.
Yeah, he's now 50 pop behind, and I mean everything's below 100 with his resources. I think it's getting close to the end here. He's not even making scouts. I think he's gonna call the GG shortly. And after this
Well,
game,
no,
I feel
don't
bad
say
for
that
both players.
because you're gonna jinx it, and everyone's gonna.
Okay, maybe I'm jinxing it, but he's below 100 villagers. He's finally gonna lose that monastery, and that's gonna be a real
There
mental
we
blow.
go. Now he's coming in for the monastery, and once he loses that, then we'll have another 20 minutes of protracted warfare, and then we'll see the GG.
Man, so salty, Dave. So salty. This is
I'm
a
not
good
salty.
game. Yeah.
Missing
But there's
the
so many
Raptors
Teutonic
game,
Knights out here. There's so many
Here we go.
Teutonic Knights here. It's ridiculous. I don't think MBL has anything to push this back with, and he's lost the gold now. I wonder if Vinch will be sending in a monastery there to collect it. It's actually a huge investment to make a monk at this point because gold is so scarce. Oh, but the treb's in the middle. What is Vinch doing with his trebuchets? Ah, it's so frustrating. Both players just doing this all game. Like, why would you deploy trebs right next to stables? Why would you go after those stables at all? He still has one left for now.
He's doing the
I
right
think-
thing, though. He's killing the buildings, and he's
Yeah.
putting his own buildings down. So just slowly. Push your way across the
MBL's
map.
not going to be able to make scouts eventually to pick off these trebs. Like, he's just running out of resources. And going forward in the middle now is Vinch, and he's going to go for another castle. Oh, he's building houses in front of the trebs. And this is what we needed all game, really. I mean,
yeah, this is
could have done this a million times. But he's gonna try and protect these trebs. And this is probably, oh, look at that. Look at that. A nice little circle. Nice little hut for this treb. And I don't think MBL can do anything to make a siege auger there. I mean,
no, you
those
can just
houses
watch
are...
his castle die.
Yeah, that's true.
He has no gold.
True.
He has no relics. He has no wood. He's got food.
It's got to be really frustrating to lose a 2-hour game, though, so he's probably just going to continue to try and try and try.
MBL's a Black Forest player. I see what you did there. He's a Black Forest player, so he's got the stamina to keep this up.
Yeah, that castle will go down. Vinch can make Teutonic Knights like crazy with his resources, and currently he has a ton of them already. MBL's gonna, I'm not sure, go in at some point here and try and do something.
Oh, but he opened the house wall for the... But I don't think they're gonna be enough to kill.
Yeah,
but...
I think MBL is trying to go around to get the other ones,
and now he's
nice
laying down another house wall near those troops. This is exactly what needed to happen like an hour ago.
I know, but we didn't think of it, and they didn't think of it, so...
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this at some point. In the game.
It's possible. I mean, it's this game's been almost the length of everyone's day here, so I probably forgot by now. But the castles are going to go down. The castles are going to go down, and that's going to leave MBL with 0 castles. I don't see what he can do then, to be honest.
Yeah, then he's wide open to raid and everything. He's got
and he can't deal with the Teutonic Knights unless he goes with hand cannons, but even then, like, you need a lot of hand cannons. But he's reboomed his village. He's up to 130. So.
Vinch is building a castle. Where is he building a castle?
Hey Dave,
Vinchester.
look at Vinch's trebs. He's about to lose one to a halb. Oh, it's on 6 HP. So close, so wasteful. Where'd you say he's building that castle at?
Where is it? Oh, it's on the left side. I would have liked it a bit farther forward, but that's cool.
I think that one was already there because it's halfway destroyed.
I just got the notification of it.
Gotcha, okay. Oh, that one. I'm sorry. I was looking at the one behind where the scout's going in from MBL.
No. That one's been there forever.
To be honest, Vinch should be able to run in with just Teutonic Knights and kill everything. Like, he doesn't even need
He's got
a
huge army of them. Just go and kill the TCs.
Exactly.
And he's queuing up more and more Teutonic Knights as well. He could just sell a bunch of wood and get enough gold to spam Teutonic Knights for a while, which he's gonna do.
my chat is like, that's all we've been talking about, building house walls around trebs. That's all we've been talking about. Sorry, I'm focusing on the game. That's funny though. Yeah, Teutonic Knights are running in. He's going for economy though. Buildings it's what you want to do here, I think.
I don't know. I think he could just kill anything at this point.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
With those, like the skirms do 1 damage per shot, so they're as effective as like a halberdier.
It's gonna be a slow death, but I think it's gonna happen. And I feel bad for both players for having to endure this, but it was still a funny start, a pretty good game.
And we learned
I don't
that
want to call
you
it
can
just yet.
eat jaguars.
Yeah, you can eat jaguars, exactly. That's the most important thing here. But I mean, looking at MBL's resources here, he's at 100 pop now, guys. I mean, surely this has to be near the end. And there's
GG.
Oh gosh, finally, finally. Woo! What a game!
We did
though.
it. We
What a
made
game!
it through. Anyone who stuck with us, you are now part of the exclusive club.
Yeah,
the
there's
T90
230.
official Dave club.
Yeah, there's 230 of them. So well done,
You have
guys.
weathered the storm, my friends. Welcome. Welcome
So,
to the club.
I think this is necessary. Looking at the achievements here, and wow, Vinch with over 1,000 more kills there. Economy is important. He actually had a lot more gold. I don't know if it's because I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe it was map control. At this point, it's impossible to look back. Just, it's over. And we're on to game 7.